We are looking at the top 8 elite gadgets designed to transform your desk into a high-performance cockpit. For anyone doing high-level creative work or even complex project management, the biggest time thief is menu diving. Every time you have to move your mouse to a tiny slider to adjust a photo, or click through 3 submenus to find a specific tool in Premiere or Photoshop, you are breaking your flow. The Logitech MX Creative Console isn't just a keypad, it's a tactile extension of your brain. It features a dedicated console with a high-mass weighted dial that feels like luxury under your fingers. When you turn that dial, you aren't just moving a digital slider, you're physically interacting with your work. In the high-ticket world, speed is currency. Imagine scrubbing through an hour-long video timeline with the flick of your wrist, or adjusting the lighting of a scene with surgical precision without ever looking away from the image. It features customizable LCD keys that change based on what app you're in. This isn't just a gadget, it's about getting into that elusive flow state and staying there for hours on end. When the friction between your thought and the computer's action disappears, that's when the real work happens. Let's talk about the vertical powerhouse. For years, the gold standard was dual monitors, 2 screens side by side, but we now know that constant horizontal head shaking causes significant neck strain and context switching fatigue. Your eyes have to travel a long distance to see the data on the far left and then the far right. The LG DualUp is arguably the most radical shift in monitor design in a decade. It's a 16 by 18 aspect ratio. Essentially, it's 2 21-inch monitors stacked on top of each other, but without the annoying bezel in the middle. Why does this matter for productivity? Think about your daily workflow. You can have your deep work, your document, your code, or your video editor on the top half perfectly at eye level. On the bottom half, you keep your support apps, Slack, Spotify, or your research notes. You aren't turning your head anymore, you're just shifting your gaze slightly. It's the ergonomic equivalent of a productivity cheat code. It frees up massive amounts of desk space, and more importantly, it keeps your spine aligned. You feel as fresh at 5 p.m. as you did at 9 a.m. As we move deeper into the digital age, we've encountered a strange paradox. The more screens we have, the harder it is to think. We've all tried taking notes on an iPad or a laptop, but within minutes, a notification pops up, an email chimes, or you find yourself mindlessly scrolling. Blue light fatigue is real, and digital distraction is the silent killer of high-level strategy. This is why the Remarkable 2 paper tablet has become a staple in the offices of CEOs and top-tier consultants. It is a dedicated paper tablet. It doesn't have an app store, it doesn't have a browser, and it certainly doesn't have social media. Its only job is to feel exactly like writing on premium vellum paper with a high-end ink pen. The latency is so low, just 21 milliseconds, that your brain truly believes you are writing on paper. But because it's digital, your handwritten notes are searchable and can be converted to typed text instantly. For the high-ticket professional, this is where your next big strategy is born. It's a sanctuary for your thoughts. When you pick up this device, you're telling your brain, the world is on pause. Now we create. In a world that is getting louder and more intrusive, silence is no longer just a preference, it's a luxury. If you're working from a home office with family around, or high-rise in a busy city, ambient noise is a constant drain on your cognitive energy. Every siren, every humming refrigerator, every distant conversation is a ping on your brain's processing power. The Sony XM5s are widely considered the gold standard for active noise cancellation. But for a productivity powerhouse, they're more than just headphones. They're a focus shield. When you engage that ANC, the world literally drops away. What makes these special for a workspace is the speak-to-chat feature. If someone walks into your office and speaks to you, the music pauses and the transparency mode kicks in automatically. You don't have to fumble for buttons or take them off. It's seamless. You're buying a do not disturb sign for your mind, allowing you to go into deep work anywhere at any time. Now this might seem like a small addition, but stay with me. Think about your morning ritual. You make a perfect cup of coffee or tea, you sit down, you get into a deep work sprint, and 45 minutes later, you reach for a sip, only to find it's lukewarm and unappealing. You get up, go to the kitchen, microwave it, and just like that, your flow is broken. The Ember Mug 2 is an app-controlled, precision-heated smart mug. It keeps your drink at the exact degree you prefer, say exactly 57 degrees Celsius, for up to 80 minutes on a single charge or all day on its coaster. In a high-performance environment, we talk about eliminating friction. This gadget eliminates the micro-distraction of a cold drink. It sounds like a small luxury until you experience a 3-hour session where your last sip is just as perfect as your first. It's about maintaining the momentum of your morning. If you are a high performer, you need to view yourself as an industrial athlete. An athlete wouldn't dream of running a marathon in flip-flops, yet many entrepreneurs try to build empires while sitting in a $50 dining chair. The Herman Embody wasn't just designed by furniture makers, it was designed by a team of over 20 physicians and PhDs in biomechanics and physical therapy. It's designed to stimulate blood and oxygen flow while you sit. The backrest actually moves with you, adjusting to the micro movements of your spine. When you invest in a chair like this, you aren't just buying furniture, you're buying the ability to work for 6 hours and stand up feeling as limber as when you sat down. You're investing in your longevity and preventing the chronic back issues that sideline so many brilliant minds. Lighting is the most underrated aspect of productivity. Harsh overhead fluorescent lights cause eye strain and headaches, while a dark room causes screen glare fatigue. The Govee AI sync system uses an intelligent camera or sync box to read what's on your screen and project matching ambient light onto the wall behind your desk. This does two things. First, it creates bias lighting, which significantly reduces eye strain by softening the contrast between your bright monitor and the dark room. Second, it allows you to set to cool, energizing blues in the morning to spike your cortisol and focus, and warm amber tones in the evening to wind your brain down. It turns your office into a living, breathing environment that supports your biology. Finally, we have the nervous system of your desk, the Osato Thunderbolt 4 dock. A cluttered desk leads to a cluttered mind. If you have cables trailing everywhere, one for your mouse, one for your monitor, one for your hard drive, it creates a visual noise that is subtly distracting. This dock allows for a one-cable setup. You plug one single Thunderbolt cable into your laptop, and suddenly you're connected to your 8K display, your studio microphone, your high-speed internet, and your power. When you're done, you unplug one cable and you're free. It creates a minimalist, high-end aesthetic that respects the space you work in. Your workspace is your most important investment. It is the laboratory where your ideas become reality. You don't necessarily need all 8 of these tools today, but I encourage you to look at your current setup and ask, is this environment helping me win or is it holding me back? Invest in your tools, invest in your space, and the ROI will show up in your work. If you found value in this deep dive, make sure to check the links in the description to upgrade your Cockpit. I'll see you in the next one.